Hello my friends and welcome to episode 6 of the Rangers Resurgence, my Football Manager 2018 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we have a double header. We play St Johnstone and then we have Aberdeen. It's been an interesting league table, as you can see. We're equal points with Celtic, 20 points apiece. They're beating us on goal difference by 2. If only it wasn't for that 92nd minute goal by Lee Griffiths in the last episode. We then take on St Johnstone today, who are 3 points behind us. We do have a superior goal difference, but it would only take a 2-goal defeat for them to go above us. And then behind them by a point is Aberdeen, who we also play in this episode. And as I said in the last episode, it was St Johnstone or Hearts for this double header because we played them after Aberdeen. That's going to be off camera now, but they're just a further point behind. It's a very hard 3 games in a row. We'll just quickly have a look at the schedule, see what the game gap is. So we do Friday, so we've got 8 days there. We've actually got Kilmarnock in between as well. They're hitting a Wednesday, not ideal, and then Hearts on the Saturday. So big games and tight congested fixtures in general. We can go full strength for this game and the Aberdeen game, probably weekend for the Killie game, and then back to full strength for the Hearts is probably what I'm thinking. So international break means everyone's 100% fit, with the exception of Ryan Hardy and Dapo Mbudi. Ryan Hardy got injured on international duty, and Dapo Mbudi had a relapse of an injury got before the international break. So we're just going with the same team that played Celtic, basically. It's fully fit. We're going to play Tommy Wright, a manager who I rate very, very highly in real life, and his hard-to-beat St Johnstone team. Hopefully, we can get a win. I'm going to go passionate and tell them I believe we can win, keep our good form going, and I'm just going to calmly tell them I have faith in all of them. I'm going to skip that little intro. As Cummins kicks off to Miller. Joe Shaughnessy. Anderson injured already, so let's tackle hard on him. In fact, they've got a few players who are injured, so let's tackle hard on all these injured players that they've started with. That'd make a lot of sense. Let's see how they're going to play. We'll confirm those changes. That's just 3 quick changes. Challenging those injured players. They're not going to come at us with a fully fit team. Let's punish them for it. First shot, off target. Not even a highlight. Joe Shaughnessy with their highlight though. Lee Wallace heads away. Comes out only as far as Anderson. Pena's won that. And that's a beautiful ball from the Mexican into Morelos. Oh, and I put my house on him scoring. The Colombia manager came off a lot of criticism for not selecting Morelos during that international break as well. Got asked a couple of questions about it in the media. Basically told him he was an idiot. That's maybe not quite the wording the game used, but that's the basic gist of it. In less words than the game used. Cummins, St Johnstone on the counter, McLean, Rangers youth development product, of course. I scouted him. Known that wasn't really ever going to buy him because he's quite ageing. And Cummins misses a sitter there. Our defence completely fell asleep. It's their first shot. It was off target. We've only had that Morelos shot on target, but it was an absolute sitter for Morelos. So both teams missing sitters right now. Early in this game is Skugel plays it forward for McLean. Bruno Alves caught napping by Cummins here. He's put it over though. Another big chance for St Johnstone. Going to demand some more out of these boys. We need some more out of them because this right now is shocking. All positions, please demand more. Thank you very much. Quick snap highlight, and that's away again. We need to get closer to Cummins, I think. I'm debating that. Maybe swap Alves and Cardozo around. And it goes Cummins heads away. Why have we got nobody chasing this? Candace eventually does, but Wallace was the man that I would have wanted going for that, and he was running away from it. Penna into Jamie Walker. Cuts inside, got into a bit of space, then decided to play it out wide. It's cut in, it's Dorrans, it's worked out. Graham Dorrans, his first goal for the club, if I remember correctly. Apparently not, apparently has scored, so didn't realise he had. Either way, bit unhappy that Walker passed it out there. It worked out. A beautiful ball in from James Tavernier. And Graham Dorrans with the late run into the box tucks it home. 10 shots, 3 on target. This has been the story of our season. I'm not convinced this working into the box is working for us, to be honest. Worked so well for me last year, but it seems to be so many long shots that is causing so many shots to be off target. It was the exact same in the PSG save. As you see, 1 out of 3. It's just not good enough. We're going to bring on Jamie Baronas for Jamie Walker. He's having a bit of a shocker. Give Baronas some more game time. It's Tavernier with the free kick. Oh, that's top drawer from James Tavernier. Or Tavernier. Always get muddled up on how to pronounce that. But we're getting 1 and 3 on target right now. In terms of shots, it's not good enough is what I was trying to say, but we're 2-0 up, so it's irrelevant at this point in time. Cleared away by Tavernier. Skugall. It's a decent ball in, and Witherspoon, the man that tucks it home. Just as I was saying, we're 2-0 up as well. We're going to bring on a Ryan Jack for a Rossiter, just freshen up a little bit. Morelos to Pena. Wallace, the kick-off highlight here. Bruno Alves to Pena. Forward to Morelos. Pena to Dorrans. Back to Morelos. Lovely little play here from the lads. Morelos selfishly takes it himself. He had Baronas at the back post. But he tried to go alone. Fotheringham with the highlight now. Plays it forward. Only as far as Tansar. Very poor goal kick from West Fotheringham. Skugall. The assist man for the opening goal, well, the pull one back. As Cummins is in behind Bruno Alves again. I think I just peed my pants a little bit. Going to have to make another sub. Bruno Alves is getting absolutely destroyed by his man here, so we're going to bring on Aidan Wilson. It's worked for us before. Come on. Other option might be to actually just go a little bit deeper. What we're on just now, slightly higher, yeah. So maybe if we go slightly deeper, we're not going to have that issue of that over-the-top ball quite to the same level. So just trying to adjust to this Cummins guy, because all these balls that he's got in behind with have been over-the-top balls where he's just outran the defender. Bruno Alves obviously not the quickest. We brought him off now, but that's a beautiful ball. And Jamie Baronas. So close. Alan Manis plays it forward. Tavernier intercepts. Morelos plays it across to Baronas. Oh, you had a guy onside you as well. Manis having a stormer here. He's made some big saves. In fairness, the aim of these shots hasn't been great, but he still stood up to the task every single time. And the reason why he's at Johnstone in this game is because of Alan Manis here. Pena doesn't take that in, he leaves it for Morelos. Morelos to Dorrans, finds Pena. It's an interesting ball from Pena to Candeas. I feel a lower ball would have been better there. It's a searching ball for Stephen McLean. Finds Cummins. Oh, the tackle from Aidan Wilson's poor. And suddenly St Johnstone are in. Tavernier's there to block. Blocks again. Pena, can we get our own counter-attack now? Forward to Morelos. He's got Candeas. He's got Baronas alongside him, but we've lost the sort of counter of this. Back to Tavernier. Dorrans. Pena. Baronas. Oh, get in, son! It's easier than a chance you missed earlier. Harder than the chance you missed earlier, not even. But what a finish from our little man. He's developing into that inside forward role so well. And he's maybe actually knocking on the door to push Jamie Walker into a different position and take the position for himself. That's how good he's been recently since he started to get accomplished with it. What a performance from the lads though overall. Delighted with them. Sends us top of the league. Of course, Celtic have that game in hand. We'll be back in just a second with the Aberdeen game. We're back, my friends. Declan Johns picked up an injury in training over that period of time. But other than that, pretty much going to be same again. I'm going to go with Tony Gallagher, because I trust him slightly more than Bierman, to be honest, on the bench. But it's going to be the same team again. No change to the results, because obviously there's been no games. So we'll just quickly show you the league before we go in. We're 4 points ahead of Aberdeen. We've lost another goal to Celtic. We're beating teams 2-3 goals every week, and we still can't seem to maintain catching up with that goal difference. Hearts also in that mix now. Of course, we play them next, but both us and Aberdeen have a game in hand. A one goal win for Aberdeen would put us on the same goal difference. So we can't really afford to lose this game. We have to win, or at least get a draw. Celtic playing Motherwell, expect them to win that. So this is a big derby in Scotland, a big rivalry. And if I'm honest, I'm slightly nervous. Cautious Paul has a series with Aberdeen. Go check him out, by the way, just while I'm remembering to give him that little shout out. He's an absolutely great guy. Talk to him quite a lot, and it's good banter, particularly for an Aberdeen fan. I'm joking, by the way, to any Aberdeen fans watching. But generally, go check his content out. I'll put a link in the description, because he does quality content, has a bit of a joke and a laugh about it, and he's a funny guy. And to be honest, for me, you're missing out if you're not watching his content. As we get a throw in early on, pen it over to Rossiter. It's just over the bar, 37 seconds in, and already we're showing a bit of sign of intent with our holding our defensive-minded midfielder already having a crack. Tavernier, completely butchered his name there. As Adam Rooney's in. Oh, he's hit the post. I thought it was in, and then I thought it was going wide. It was the post. So close for Aberdeen there, but we've got a breath of fresh air as it hits the post. Pena to Morelos. They're all over the Colombian, but we found Jamie Walker in space. It was offside. It was offside though, and Joe Lewis with a big save. Tansey whips in. It's cleared away. Pena is going to play it forward for Morelos. He's got men running in support. I think one of them might be Jordan Rossiter though. It is indeed, and it's the man who's going to take the shot. I was about to say, it's not the man I want to be taking the shot, but it's a goal. Our Englishman, who spent all of last season injured, 7 to 10 days away from returning to action, has put us 1-0 up against Aberdeen. I've got big hopes for this kid, even if we don't develop him fully. The fact that he's English, I'm kind of hoping that he's going to get some big money transfer at some point. As Carlos Pena's picked up an injury, great. I don't really have any attacking options. Oh, I lie. I've got Cranshaw. I keep forgetting I've got Cranshaw on the bench. Need to put Holt back on the bench though, because I prefer Holt. Greg Stewart also off injured in that collision, or rather, he went off 3 minutes later. So ignore everything I just said. They've got an injury, so let's challenge right hard. Like to challenge these players who are got an injury hard. As you will notice throughout this series, so Scott Wright injured. Tackling hard, please. What's your fitness and aggression like? So I should have been tackling you hard from goal, to be honest. What's Greg Stewart like for that? We'll tackle you hard as well. And never mind, he's already off. I don't know why I did that. Ryan Christie though will do the exact same. So they've picked up a couple of knocks. Adam Rooney, do they have any aggression in their team? They've got some strength on Adam Rooney as well, so, but not so much that we can't do it. So I'm just going to go through their team, because it seems like they're going to be, feel like we can do sort of an Alex Ferguson on them. Just tackle all their players hard. It's what Alex Ferguson used to do. Graham Shinney is actually a bit tougher. Mark Reynolds is not. We'll also always close you down. What foot are you? You're left footed, aren't you? Yes, you are. Right foot, please. Carol Arniston, getting a bit tougher. We'll show you onto the left foot though, and close down at all times, because I like challenging these defenders, because this is where mistakes happen. Shea Logan might shy out, so we'll try that as well. And Joe Lewis, right footed, so we'll close you down at all times, always, and left foot. Thank you very much. I've just done a whole load of opposition instructions. I don't normally do them. And the other thing I'm going to do, and I need to make this a permanent one, is get you to close down more Morelos, because feel that when your striker closes down and wins the ball high up, that's when you get the strange goals. Hopefully we can just kick them off the park now. Lee Wallace already on a yellow, so we have to be careful of that. Rossiter plays it across field to Candace. He's got Tavernier ahead. Just play him in, son. Eventually it does come to Tavernier, but he's waited too long, and I think they got their men back. But decent ball in from Tavernier. Joe Lewis parried it out towards the direction of his own net, but he did get lucky when at the right side of the post. Corner kick, Candace takes. Away by Arniston. Rossiter back into Nico Cranchar. Doesn't get a whole lot of game time for us, but that shot was blocked. Comes out to Lee Wallace. I'm going to have to take him off tackling, really. Cranchar flicks it on, only as far as Arniston. Lewis flicks it away. Yeah, we're going to do that. Lee Wallace, cross ball from deep. Okay, so ease off tackles. You're on a yellow. Let's not take any risks, Lee. We're 1-0 up in a derby. We might want to kick them off the park. That makes sense to do, but we don't want to get players sent off. Candace. It's a lovely ball from the Portuguese man into Morelos, who's missed an absolute sitter again. They've got another player coming off injured, so that's good news in a sense. We'll have a look at these. I was about to say we're into 52 minutes. Where's my half-time team talk? But it's just because of the injuries happened in injury time. So they've had to make 2 subs already. Don't get complacent out there, boys. This is at Ibrox, of course, tactics. So nobody else, Morelos has picked up a knock. Just bloody great. So complete forward attack for Herrera. Hopefully you can score some of these chances that's been getting missed. Stevie, mate, I want to have a quick look at him. Tackle. You're on the right hand side. You're against a booked player. You're actually fairly decent, but again, I'll close you down always and put you onto your left foot because I don't think you're the quickest, are you? No, you're not, and you're right only. So we can put some pressure on you. Make this work for us. Start the second half. Eventually, the game will load. Herrera on for Morelos. So both teams having to make 2 subs before the start of the second half. Not ideal for either side's preparation, both because of injuries, because we've both kicked each other off the park. They've got another injury, at least an orange injury going. Kind of tempted to bring on Tony Gallagher for Lee Wallace just because of that yellow card. They've got another injury. Right, let's bring on Tony Gallagher for Lee Wallace. They've made all their subs all enforced on them, and they've got another injured player in the park. We're bringing on Tony Gallagher. He's eventually going to come on. That means we can now kick Stevie May into touch as well. You're not the quickest either, Stevie May, are you? Got reasonable pace. Let's have a look at Gallagher. What's your pace? Because that will define what I'm trying to do. You've got the pace to recover, so let's close down Stevie May at all times and show him on to, imagine it's going to be his left foot. We'll do that. Anthony O'Connor also coming on. He's a tough man. He is a tough cookie. They've been getting kicked off the park, and they've got their probably a guy with 17 aggression, 17 strength, sitting on the bench. We're going to show him onto his left foot as well. So let's continue on here. Tavernier picking up a yellow as well. Let's get him onto ease off tackles. And who's the left winger in this team? Left winger's Scott Wright. So we need to go easy on their injured player. That's annoying. Okay, Tavernier. Edit instructions. Ease off tackles, son. Gallagher, I don't want you to ease off tackles, to be honest. Confirm changes. Just constantly updating these changes now. Tactics again, we're going to go to Fotheringham. Add instructions, slow the pace down. Just a little bit of time wasting. It's not too much. It's not team time wasting. Just enough to waste some time from our goalkeeper, which is probably the best time to waste. We're going to get Jamie Walker to demand more as well, because he's on a 6.5. Herrera's on a 6.6. Go with both of them just to try and see if we can nick another late goal from one of our attacking duos. Bit worried about these injuries, to be honest, because Pena and Morelos are so key for this team and the way that we play. Murray in from Tavernier, Rooney away to right. The man who we were kicking off the park, but we've had to get Tavernier to back off a little bit. Bruno Alves picks up that through ball. Wes Fotheringham. That's not really slowing down the pace, son. But I get you had a striker on rushing, so that's maybe the time where it's not right to do it. Bruno Alves launches forward. We told Jamie Walker we want a bit more. Let's see if we can get that bit more. It's another poor ball from Jamie Walker. Logan clears. Bruno Alves wins it in the air. And then marshals Adam Rooney well. Cardozo over to Candeias. The three Portuguese men linking up well. Nico Cranshaw, the Croatian, to Tavernier. Candeias sleeping there. It's forward again for Wright. Tavernier's caught out of position here. Can he get back? No, he can't. It's Adam Rooney. Ah! Yeah, sausage thing. Takes slow pace down off the goalkeeper. That all comes from Candeias sleeping as well. Candeias sleeping meant that Tavernier was caught out of position. Couldn't get back to catch Wright. He nearly got there. Ball came in at the right time. Adam Rooney scores. They don't deserve to be in this game. Let's be honest. Look at those stats. And much like the Celtic game, it's going to be a late equaliser that's going to cost us 2 points. Gallagher throws it into Bruno Alves. Gallagher plays it forward to Graham Dorrans this time. Poor ball from Dorrans. Arneston picks up. It's Herrera running rampant. Candeias sleeping again. Better not cost us a goal. Cardozo's maybe saving him here. Fodringham plays it out to Bruno Alves. Forward for Candeias. Can he find one more ball before the full-time whistle to give us a chance? It's poor. Right, that's 93 ref. Just blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle. Thank you very much. Real let-off for Aberdeen on the commentary. Rangers will not be... Cannot believe that they've drawn this. To be honest, I really can't. We deserved the victory there. Rossiter scored. A couple of sitters missed. Gonna say it's not good enough. Strikers just not putting the ball in the back of the net. That big chance from Alfredo Morelos. Costing us big time. Let's see how bad the injuries are. 5 to 6 weeks for Pena. Focus on your recovery, mate. Well, you're still worth $7.5 million. You're dropping in value. That is absolutely shambolic, Carlos. You will not talk to your manager like that. Only a bruised ankle for Morelos, so he will be fine for the Hearts game. So let's have a look. Schedule. When will we be back? Well, we're currently here, so let's come back for the next Aberdeen game, which is in December. Sort of gives us a nice little break up in games. We'll do Aberdeen and Hibs for that one. And then we'll come back, I guess, Celtic and Aberdeen. What an episode that'll be. We're in episode 6 now, so that'll be episode 7. Episode 8 looks like it'll be an absolute cracker with Celtic and Aberdeen. So we'll be back in about a month's time again for Aberdeen and Hibs as a double header. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll hopefully catch you for the next time we play Aberdeen and Hibernian.